Day 1 of 5-day countdown before I leave Germany. What a beautiful scenery. So I am here in Wannsee in Berlin, and I just want to start this conversation that I haven't really talked with anyone else in Berlin. So I'm leaving Berlin in 5 days. I've spent a lot of my time here already, and Berlin, Germany in general is a place of awakening for me. I fell here, I broke here, and it is the place where I looked at myself for the first time, but in pieces. I've seen my bits and pieces when I finally broke. So 1 year ago, I quit my job here in Germany, and it was because I was burnt out, I guess. I really thought there was something wrong with my heart. So I said to myself, at that time I didn't really know what was happening with my heart. I even went to the doctor, and I asked the doctor, what is wrong with my heart? And the doctor told me there was nothing wrong with my heart. It is something that surprised me because it was obviously hurting. So I couldn't understand. So I continued investigating, researching what was wrong with my heart, and I found a post. I don't remember exactly where I read it, but there was this guy who had the same symptoms like I did, but in his case, he lost his mom. Okay, and a few months passed, and he had this heart pain, and he thought that he was going to have a heart attack. So he went to the doctor. He thought he was going to die. They checked him, everything, and they said that his heart is fine. Nothing is wrong with his heart. So when I was reading this, I said, oh, this is similar like me. It is the same symptoms, heavy feeling. I felt that my heart was pumping in a weird rhythm. I felt it slow. So it was not beating fast. It was actually slow. And sometimes I would feel like it's skipping. It's not beating at all. So I was scared like this guy. So when the doctors gave him the result, this guy that I found on the internet, they told him the same thing. But then a nurse asked him, what is happening in your life right now? And then he started telling the story of his mom, that he just lost his mom and so on. And then the nurse explained to him that he is going through grief. But that nurse specified what kind of grief he was suffering. So I kind of understood that what I was going through was grief as well. But in my case, I didn't lose anyone, like a loved one, a friend, no one at that time. But I was going through grief because I lost myself. I lost my soul. And I guess my body was just starting to grieve, starting to suffer. And that is a wake-up call for me. And then I also got into an injury from work. My body was burnt out, it was exhausted, and you know, when you're exhausted, you make mistakes, and I got injured from work. So there were a lot of signs already that I was not becoming myself. I was losing myself. So when I finally noticed all those symptoms, I started to look for other ways to live. I looked for people that I could admire, people who were living a life that was possible for me too. So I looked for people that was living a lifestyle that I would personally want for myself. So I looked for people who have more freedom. I look for people who is spending time with their loved ones, who are doing something fulfilling in their life. So I've always consumed motivators. I always consume videos, like motivational videos. I've always consumed those. So I've asked myself, is it something that I would want to do? Like using my voice, being that person who gives good advice. So that started to be in my head, like what is it that I really want? Because I was analyzing all these people that I admire, and all of them, they've went through this breakthrough, each and every one of them. So I'm like, okay, what are they doing? So I started looking for habits that I could start doing, that I could start implementing for myself in my life. I found a way to earn for my bills, because when I finally realized what I wanted, staying in my 9-to-5 job was then a bad idea. Because if I wanted to be more like the people that I admire, they have time. They had the time to improve themselves. They were in challenges, but those challenges were something that they really wanted. So they chose their hard. So there's this saying, like, life is going to be hard, but you need to choose your hard. You need to choose which hard decisions you will want to make. So that was my first decision, hard decision, to live a job that I personally know. Okay, I was not comfortable at it. It was an easy job. Okay, and I realized I've been taking easy decisions in life. And when you take easy decisions in life, when you realize you're in the darkest places because you've taken easy decisions, you're going to realize that you need to climb up back again, but double. So it's going to be harder for you to climb back up. So yeah, my challenge right now is then start making harder decisions that are going to be better for my future.